So, welcome back to our program where we are looking at the big problems that we were born to solve. And we want to also mention here again that we are looking for, or life is looking for big problem solvers. Life is looking right now for individuals who have identified the big problems that they were born to solve. And if we look around in our world today, just look at the news, just scroll on social media, and you'll realize that there are so many big problems that individuals need to take on and be instrumental in bringing solution to those crises. As a matter of fact, somebody somewhere is at this moment, they are praying, they are crying out to God because they are going through a particular crisis, a particular situation. And guess what? It so happens that what they are crying for, you got it, you have it. It is something that you have passed through. It is something that you have mastered, and they are now in the position where you were several years ago. And if you do not present to them that solution that you have, the question is, what is going to happen to that person? Not only that, but God is bound for partners. God is bound by his word. God is bound by his word in such a way whereby there are certain things that, well, there is nothing that God can do in the earth without the partnership of other people working with him. Because when he made the world, in the story of Genesis, he said, let us make man in our own image and let them have dominion over the earth. So, the essence of God giving dominion to human beings over the earth, in what he is saying is, this is your place, the physical realm. You are as I am in the vast universe, so you are in the material world, in the material universe. So, if God is going to do anything in the material universe, he needs individuals to work with. So, what I'm saying is that there is somebody right now who is praying and they're crying to God for help, but God cannot help them unless you or somebody else comes in partnership with God to bring the solution that that individual is praying about. Okay, so with that being said, what we'll be doing now is looking at a few items from our workbook that we're laying down the foundation, the special report, substance, system, structures, and strategies. And we're going to look at these basic components as laying the foundation for you, for any individual that wants to uh, produce, that wants to package, promote, and present the solution to the big problem that they were born to solve. Okay, so at the very basis of producing and developing solutions, there are these four components that I'll be just briefly introducing to you right now. And it is based upon the fact that everything needs a formula. Everything needs a formula. Life, the formula for success, or to be successful where life is concerned, requires formulas. And the question that I would ask you right now is, have you developed your formula for success? What is your formula for success? As I mentioned, that everybody needs a formula. Life requires formulas. Life is comprised of formulas. And what is a formula? A formula is a method or a process that we use that is used to engage or produce a particular result. That's the simplest, a simple way that I can we can present what a formula is. It's a method or a process that when we engage that particular method or process, it produces a particular positive result. How else can we look at a formula? A formula can be the combination of elements that forms another element, right? The formula, the combination of secondary elements, that when those secondary elements come together, they produce a primary element. So for instance, two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, what do you got? You got the formula for producing water. So if you're in any situation and you need water, once you can get two hydrogen atoms and get an oxygen atom, you combine that formula together, you will always have water. So you will never be without of water again, no matter where you are. And once there's a need for water in your life, you can always how to go about it. So that is how we're the approach of the importance of having a formula in your life. What is your formula for financial success? What is your formula for relationship success? What is your formula for health success? What is your formula for every area of your life that there is a level of need? There is a formula. The reason why individuals are having particular needs, the reason why there is so much chaos in our society, in the wider world out there, is because there is a lack of formulas. It's either that the formula does not exist, or there is a state of ignorance concerning what that formula is. So formulas are very, very, very important, essential even if we're going to navigate through this plane that we call life. So when we mention substance, system, structures, and strategies, this is a basic formula. Substance, system, structures, and strategies is a basic formula by which we can gain success just about in any area where life is concerned. If there's a place in your relationship, for your relationship to succeed, you're going to need substance, you're going to need systems, you're going to need structures, and you're going to need a strategy. If it's a financial condition, you're going to need substance, you're going to need system, structures, and strategy. So these four elements, these four essential compounds is necessary. And when we understand these basic elements for success, you can reproduce it over and over again. It is like, as I say to you, it is like the two hydrogen atoms and the one oxygen atom. That's the basis of formulating water. So substance, system, structures, and strategy is the basic component of everything that exists in the natural world. And we are going to look at that today, because once you understand where these four pillars, what I would say the four pillars of the material world, and to some degree even the spiritual domains or the immaterial world as well. Yes. So substance, system, structures, and strategy formulates the very essence of life. And when you understand this, you will be able to apply that. So you will just ask yourself the question, what is my well, let me not get ahead of myself. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper. Understanding substance, system, structures, and strategy understanding that there are formulas to achieve success in any area of life is critical for you to move forward. If we continue to act without thoroughly examining the cause for our plight and how to bring remedy to our plight, we will continue to reap the same effects, the same consequences, the same situation. So when we want change, we got to find out what is the requirement, what is the solution, what is the formula that is going to bring about the different effect. But if we are willing to exert the time and energy necessary to discover the transformation we seek, we will expected experience or expected outcomes. Okay, so the goal is that we understand that if we continue to do what we have always been doing and we're expecting change, it's not going to happen if we're pursuing the same old routine that is not working. But the minute we decide that there has to be iteration, the minute we understand or we come to the realization and the courage sometimes to say, something different has to be done, that is when change begin to take place. All right, so let us understand a little bit that the foundational elements of which we're speaking about now. So substance, what are we talking about when you mention substance? Substance represent the very core of who we are and what exists. It is substance is a vital component that gives purpose and meaning to existence. Without substance represents the very element or the constitution that makes something real. It is substance that causes everything to become real. Without substance, nothing is real. So, substance, when we speak about substance in this context, it is the very elements that cause the immaterial to become material. And when we begin to attract or develop substance, because as the scripture says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. So what it is saying, that there is a value that is necessary, that if you do not have that value, that whatever else is needed, it won't be apparent. So substance is that component that brings things to life, everything's to life. All right. So systems are the enablement. System enable the development of substance. So this is why substance, system, structures, and strategy is so important. Because yes, once we understand that the importance of substance, the core value, the constitution of everything that exists, that is substance. But how are we going to get the substance? Systems are important. So systems enable the development of substance. There has to be a system. There has to be an orderly arrangement that will produce the substance that we're looking for. So what is system? System is the orderly, and we're going to use very basic terminologies to get this, and we're just going through what I would say is the theory of this training, because there is the theoretical that we're discussing for say the first week. We're going to deal with some theoretical programs. This course is designed to go for 3 weeks, but for the first week we want to deal with some theoretical matters, and then the second and third week we're going to go into the practical components, so that at the end of it we will actually know what to do. We will have a product. At the end of this course, you will have a product, or you will have something to add to the product that you already have, the process that you already have. All right, so we're saying now that systems, if you want substance, you decide that, okay, I need substance to create the change. I need some elements, some core values. I need some components. I need some elements, as I said, that you're going to put together in order to produce another result, another outcome. Well, you need systems. So systems is now, the system will tell you that it is two hydrogen atoms to one oxygen atom. If you use three, if the combination is out of sort, you will get something, but you're not going to get water. The correct system with the right structure, with the right substance rather, the correct system with the right substance will produce. There is a way how you do it. There is a way. So system is the way how you do it. So the system, combine the system or the way how to put the hydrogen and the oxygen together will enable you to get the result that you are looking for. So there's a particular way how you do it. So your systems is the orderly process. There has to be an order to your operation. There has to be a way by which you do what you do to maximize the effectiveness, that minimize the waste, that ensure the highest yield of what you are putting together to produce the resource or the end result that you're looking for. So lack of effective system limits your productivity, and it will promote chaos and disorganization. So what you see in our world today is just basically because people lack substance and they lack systems, and so because of that, the community seems very chaotic. Life is a concurrent flow of synchronized systems. Life is a concurrent flow of systemized systems designed to maintain productivity and growth. And so when we are able to engage in having that concurrent flow of a six systemized process that we call systems, we know that we can produce the substance that we're seeking to have at the end of the day. All right, so this is why what I'm saying to you right now is why I need you to get this document. Getting this document, I will remind you again to get this. If you have not yet gotten it, those persons who have sent me their email address to Your Legacy Chronicles, they already have this document. If you don't have this document, then it means that you have not responded. And I need you to do this for a particular reason, even if we have been communicating. If you think I already have your email address, we need you to send it. All right, so structures are the platforms or the channels designated for the containment of effective flow of systems. So you see how one thing relates to the other. So structures in this communication that we're having right now, we're saying that structures are the platforms, or structures are the elements. So for you to have oxygen, or rather for you to have water, there are two similar structures, and there are three structures that are necessary. There is two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Did I say that right? For you to have water, there are three components that are necessary: two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. That is the structure that goes into or that goes into the water. So structures are similar, can be similar to your substance. And adding your system to your structure, the components that goes into the end result that you're looking for. And I want you to grasp this, because when you understand the relation to the substance, system, structures, and strategies, you will never have another problem. You'll never have a problem. This is a formula. What I'm saying is substance, system, structures, and strategy is the formula that everything in life is based upon. Your substance will create or eventually become will enable you to produce. Your structure is your platform or your channel designated for the containment and effective flow of your systems. All right, so let me use another example of what I'm getting at here. So you want to go into business. You have the mind that you want to produce. You have a product that you want to take to the marketplace. Let me just break it out like this to make it very practical. Because when we are using words, it can be subjective. Certain words can be subjective. And we don't want to have a debate about what substance is or what structures are and how, according to the English language, because it can be very subjective. So let me give you an example of even where structures are concerned. So you want to produce, your end result is that you want to produce money, right? That is your end result. So in order for you to have your end result, you need substance. Your end result is money. For you to have money, you need you need a product. That will be the substance that you're going to use to attract money. And then you're going to need systems by which you are going to produce your substance in order to produce the money. But now you're going to need structures, and your structure, one particular way by which products engage or attract money, is called a business. So a business structure will be able to help you to produce a substance that people need, that will give the end result of money. I'm hoping that you get this. It is very important. Substance, system, structures, and strategy is the building block for everything that exists. My alarm is telling me that our time for this session is come to an end, but I want to just leave this final component of strategies. And strategies are the overarching campaigns directed in achieving those results. So you know that you need money. So strategies now put you in the position where you have a broad or a blueprint, a overview of how all the components work together. So your strategies will be, you're able now to know that you're going to need substance, you're going to need systems, you're going to need structures. Your strategies now is going to be how you're going to manage your substance and your systems and your structures, how all of those elements are correlating with each other for you to get your end results. As a matter of fact, the word strategy comes from the Greek philosophy that deals with a person, where it's actually how a general win wars. The element of strategies is come from stratus, a Greek word stratus that really speaks about the art of a general, the art and science of a general, and how a general operates in order to win a war. So you know that a general is not the one who's actually out on the field fighting, but he's there more likely to manage. In modern warfares, you do not send your generals out to war. The general, because if you lose the general, you lose the battle. You will lose the person who is designed or is managing how the army operates in the field. So strategies has to do with the overarching blueprint of how all your substance, all the elements that are in place will work in a cohesive, attached to each other, and is working concurrently with each other so that you produce the end result that you're looking for. I'm going to ask you also to do your independent research. Anything that you're doing, I'm going to ask you what we're engaging. I like to tell people to do your independent research to understand the substance system structures and strategy, because when you embrace it for yourself, these four elements, it can be applied, it will produce results. It is a formula. Substance system structures and strategies is a formula. It is the formula for how everything operates in the universe, spiritual and natural. So, get your substance, your systems, your structures in your strategy, and you will be on your way to produce, to package, to promote, and to present your big or your solution to the big problems in the marketplace. Thank you so much for spending this brief moment with us, and we will see you in our next teaching session.